Yo, what is going on, guys? Holy cow, as much as I want to rub it in, because I've been saying on this channel for literally like the last 3 or 4 months that the S&P will eventually go to 3,500. Everybody call me crazy and all that. As much as I want to rub it in, we have way more important things to talk about. But just keep that in the back of your head, the few channels that were telling you guys the truth, as opposed to the channels that just made you want to feel good and try to give you all this positivity. Oh, it's okay. The market's going to come back. Just keep buying the dip. Oh my God. You know, all that foolishness. Now, we're going to keep this simple, okay? I had some notes I had and different things I want to talk about, but you know what? This stuff really ain't complicated. Like, all the complicated stuff we've talked about already. This part is actually very simple, okay? So the S&P 500 literally closed at the 200-week moving average. Remember, there have been very few times in history that the S&P 500 has closed below, breached the 200-week moving average. It happened in 2008. It happened in 2001. It briefly touched it during different points of the market, but it never actually broke it. So, and it also broke it in 2020. So if we break it here, I'm just telling you, based off history. Obviously, I'm not a chart expert or anything, but just looking at history, that's what I've been basing most of my theses on this channel, and I've been right. I told you guys, traditionally in bear markets, they fall lower than what you guys have seen. And here we are. Things have fallen lower. So now what's going on today? What the heck happened? Why in God's name are we now at 3,500 and looking like we're just going to keep falling and falling and falling and selling and selling? Why is that? Well, it is because of a few things. One, the Federal Reserve's favorite inflation index reading just reported, and it's called the PCE, okay? PCE for August came in at 6.2% year over year, above expectations of 6%, came in also at 0.3% month over month, above the expectations of 0.1%. Core PCE for August came in at 4.9% above the expectations. Okay, you guys get the point. PCE came in above expectations, and that's not good. Why is that not good? Because if that's the Federal Reserve's favorite inflation index that they like to look at, well, this gives them more of a reason to continue being hawkish and hiking rates, which market don't like that. So that pretty much gets rid of any investor hopes that the central bank will back away from its plans to further increase rates faster, longer, stronger, deeper, all that great stuff. And I still don't understand where this whole thing from the market came from, that the Fed is going to pivot. I still can't wrap my head around that, but now we know for a fact they ain't pivoting, okay? That is completely over with. Now, in other news, the CME Group's Fed Watch tool is now showing a 59.5% chance of a 75-point rate hike in November. This is up from 52% prior to the release of the PCE data. And yeah, people are betting that we're probably going to get a 75 basis point rate hike as opposed to a 50. Now, on top of that, consumer sentiment came in lower than economists' expectations at 58.6% versus the consensus estimate of 59.5% as Americans remain pessimistic about the economic outlook. On top of that, you got stuff going on in Russia. Apparently, Ukraine is basically applying to join NATO. So you have that going on. I believe that's what's at the North American Treaty Organization. I think that's what it stands for. So you got that going on. And then on top of that, obviously, Russia has annexed 4 regions in Ukraine, 4 territories or whatever. So things are heating up there. Meanwhile, Wall Street analyst estimates for Q3 show the largest EPS drop in more than 2 years. Estimated earnings growth for the S&P 500 is now at 2.9%, marking what will be the lowest annual growth rate since Q3 2020. Are you guys not seeing what's coming together? Things are looking bad, terrible, miserable, horrible. There's no other way around it. I know nobody likes to hear the bad news, all doom and gloom. Stop telling me bad things. Well, you guys loved it in 2021 when everybody was telling you great things. Buy the penny stocks, buy the dip. Oh my God. Yeah, well, those days are over. Now things are bad and the market is suffering because of it, and the market is going to continue to suffer because of it. And yes, folks, we're probably going to have more pain to come. And so, yeah, at these levels, with all this pain, with all the negativity in the world, with everything going on, I'm a buyer. That's right. Yeah, I'm buying. No doubt about it. These are the times to buy. It's the times where you just don't want to buy and you're scared that things are going to go lower, that you probably should be buying if you're a long-term investor. I can't speak for the traders out there, but for a long-term investor like me, We love opportunities like this. Opportunities like this don't come very often. I mean, for crying out loud, we haven't had an opportunity like this. I mean, I guess you could count 2020, but besides 2020, we haven't had an opportunity like this since 2008. Like, it's really been that long. It's been crazy. So anyway, like I said, I'm optimistic. I'm a buyer. I mean, I'm not optimistic about what's going to happen in the near term, but in the long term, I'm optimistic. So I'll be buying. So anyway, there you guys have it. That'll go conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Friday night live stream begins in about hour, 30 minutes. Get ready. Bye-bye.